All right, so it's the 18th of May, and I just noticed that a couple of my air layers have rooted pretty well, and I'm going to take some off. And one of the ones that I noticed have rooted is my Gardenia that I did 3 air layers on. There was a video on that. I don't know how to say here like other people, but there's a video on that, and I'm going to show you that now. So sorry for the background, but here's the 3 air layers that I did, if you recall, at that other video that I pointed at, but I don't know how to do that, but put that link in just yet. But anyway, so there's my air layers. Maybe you can see there, I got some roots coming through here. It's harder to see on this one, but I got some roots coming through that. And this was something I tried with the pot. I wish this was clear so I could see the roots like I can on the clear plastic. So I think in the future, I'm gonna use like a clear yogurt cup or something like that. I like the idea of the pot, but I really need to be able to see the roots. But it's very compact. So I think that I'm assuming that all 3 of these will have rooted about the same. So now I'm going to unbag these, and then I will come back to the video and show you what they look like. Okay, so now I've taken the remember, this one was done sort of my traditional way, wrapped up totally, never had to water it. Condensation kept it moist. It's got quite a bit of roots. This one over here was it was the 3rd one I did. I wasn't quite sure I was going to be able to do it. I did it. It doesn't have that many roots, but I think it'll be okay. It was wrapped mostly with the bag, but it had an opening so to add water, so it wasn't, still had to stay wet, which I did water it every day, every other day. And then this one up here, just had the pot around it, and you can see that it is rooted everywhere. This is where I originally made the air layers, so they're not that long, but there's a lot of them. And then it layered near the bottom, actually below that, it layered, sent out roots over there, you can see here on this branch, it sent out a little root there. I don't think that's gonna matter much, but yeah, so I would say the traditional method of wrapping it tightly and in clear plastic and letting condensation with the sphagnum moss do their thing seemed like the best way. If you recall in the previous video, which again, I don't know how to say up there and give you a link, but I was jamming in 3 at a time just to see what would happen, see if I could do it. Try, and it looks like I got 3. One definitely excellent, one's pretty good, maybe even another I can take off somewhere else. And then this one maybe is a little sketch. Hopefully it makes it. But you know, I'm just gonna take them all off. So the next shot will be after I have taken them off. And I will show you the plant and then the individual items. Okay, so I'm done cutting them off. And so you can see here's the original plant. It is, all gone. So I left some green obviously to pull that up because I think I'm gonna, the last air layer will be right here-ish, and then I'll let this be the leader coming up that way. We'll leave this branch maybe as a first branch, maybe not. Yeah, so that one's gonna go and get cut paste, and hopefully it'll be all right. And then, so the 3 that I got are this one, with an okay amount of roots. I'm a little concerned about that, but we'll see. And then 2, this one with again a lot of roots, but they're not very long, so I think they'll be okay, hopefully. Seems pretty vigorous, the Gardenia. And then the best one that did, this one right here, cut off here, sorry, mosquito, cut off there. And then what I did was I took off a lot of the leaves. This is really leggy from last year. I mentioned before that I bought this as a $5 Gardenia in the bargain bin, and it was regularly $40 or something. So, but I don't care about that legginess. It's got new growth, had new growth up top. There's even some flowers getting ready to pop out. Yeah. Once obviously I'm not even going to use those branches, so it just needs to pull the sap up and send the leaves need to send. So I took some of the leaves off where I could. All the branches I knew I didn't need, I cut those off, and then so that the roots that I have don't have to do so much work. And then I got 2 little bonus ones I'm just gonna pot up and see what happens. I don't think it's gonna make it, but this little guy with this arbitrary root, I don't think it's gonna make it, but you never know. And then this guy over here, which I would have no earthly idea what to do with it. But if it takes, I'll just chop it way down and maybe I can get a little shohin out of it. But again, it's got a couple of roots. Not focusing very well. It's got a couple of roots, and yeah, so I will follow up with a one with all of them potted up. And I'm gonna pot them largely in sphagnum moss in deeper pots so they don't tip over or move too much, and keep them well watered. So we'll see what happens. I'll get a final shot when they're all potted up. All right, here they are all potted up and in a safe, shady spot that at best gets a little bit of morning sun, but mostly it's shady. The big pots have some sphagnum moss on the bottom, and then it's mostly bonsai mix. There might be some sphagnum moss on top, and then bonsai on top again. And I put the big rocks there just to stabilize it. While the roots are tender and growing, I don't want them to move around. Those are still pretty big. And then the little ones down here, it's mostly sphagnum moss, and then I just put a little bonsai soil on the top just to hold in the moisture, and largely just sort of, like I said, hold in the moisture and help stabilize it. And you know, again, I'm trying to make them level, trying to make them so they're not going to move. You shouldn't get a lot of wind. I got to protect them for a couple of weeks, or even they'll probably stay here all season maybe. And then we'll hope that they all take. We'll see. Again, I cut off a lot of greenery to hopefully commensurate with the roots. And, you know, I hope that everything takes. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching.